Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's video is a new series I want to try on my channel. Hopefully it takes off because I think it would be an interesting fit. It's new to me but not new to YouTube. I have seen people like Tarte and Emily Noel 83 and Jessica Braun do similar videos for this, and it's a matter of taking a brand and breaking it down to favorite products, talking about the brand on a whole. So my idea isn't just to come out here and say, okay, I'm going to do this brand. I also want to do a little background on the brand or the company as pertains. I also won't have like a set number of items that are favorites or dislikes. In some cases, I may not have a dislike, or I'll have more dislikes than I have likes. So there's usually one product I can count on from each brand, and hopefully I'll be able to make a go of this series. As I said, I'm going to do a little bit of an overview of each brand as I do it. Also, please keep in mind, as I'm doing these videos, I may not have all the products that they carry. In fact, I know I don't have all the products that they carry. I also may not care for a product that is your holy grail. Each person is individual. Something that works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. Also, if there's a product that I don't have that I would like to try, I will say so. So, all that being said, my first brand is my number one top high-end brand, and it is Tarte. So I do have notes down here that I will be referring to if you see me looking down. So first off, just a little bit about the company. The founder is Maureen Kelly. She started the company in 1999 out of her apartment because she was frustrated when she couldn't find, in her words, pure, powerful cosmetics. She couldn't find many healthy makeup choices, and if she did, they weren't in pretty packaging. So she decided to create a line that could be glamorous and good for you. The cosmetics are infused with skin-invigorating ingredients, which is trademarked, like superfruit, plant extracts, vitamins, minerals, and essential oils. Their company also claims all of their products are formulated without parabens, mineral oils, phthalates, sodium lauryl sulfate, triclosan, synthetic fragrances, and gluten. They are also a cruelty-free company. There is a bunny on the packaging. They also care for the environment, so they support cooperatives in the rainforest and develop substantial components that often can be reused to help reduce environmental wastes. Now let's get on to the products I own and have made this my number one brand. Oh my goodness, if you could see my table in front of me and one off to the side. I do have a box here that contains quite a few things. So let's get into it, and I will tell you that the first thing I ever tried from this company was an eyeshadow palette. And that eyeshadow palette is my holy grail. This is the Tarte in Bloom palette, and proof that it is a holy grail. This, more times than not, is going to be the palette I take when I do travel. What little I do travel, if I do, this is the palette that comes with me because I can get multiple looks out of it. Holy Grail, will repurchase. If I ever managed to pan this whole thing, I'd repurchase it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. It just has like the perfect shades. I'm actually wearing all of these on my eyes today. Well, not all of them, but this is the palette I am wearing on my eyes today. Next is one that has been quite frequent lately, and that's the Tarte Pro palette. And it's funny, I didn't ever sniff this, and then I saw somebody else doing a tutorial on it. I said, oh, I love that palette, I have that palette. And she said, what do you think of the smell? It smells like vanilla. It's wonderful. So I have been playing in this, and this is very shiny, so I'm trying not to blind you with it. Again, a lot of people have problems with the Tarte eyeshadows. I don't have problems with them. They don't muddy together. They don't fade away to nothing. I don't have oily eyelids, so that probably is a help there. But I do love their eyeshadows, and they are some of my favorites. And next, I have one that has recently also been talked about quite a bit, and that is the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. And when I first seen this was coming out, I don't want that. I don't. Walking through Sephora with my daughter, and I swatched, and lo and behold, apparently I wanted it, and I did use it quite frequently for a while. I will say that a few of these kick up quite a bit of dust, but still love it. The other collaboration that I have that they had done is with Gwen Stefani. Again, you either love this palette or you hate it. I happen to love it. There's a couple small dips going on in this. Again, they could change the shiny packaging and make it easier to show these things. But I have used this quite a bit too. In fact, maybe I should pull it out pretty soon and work with it some more. Who knows? I also have their Tartelette palette, which is the first one that came out, and it is all mattes. I haven't really played with this. This was a gift for my birthday, so I will let you know how I feel about it. But as I said, I don't have a problem with Tarte eyeshadows. I know a lot of people do. I don't. And then I have the first and the second Rainforest of the Sea palettes. I'm actually working on this one right now. I'm working on hitting pan in this color right here, Cove, and I am loving it, but I'm not wearing it today. Funny, but I chose all the Bloom ones. And then of course there's Tartelette volume, or the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. Now we'll get into that next. I also bought, this was my first ever holiday purchase from Sephora. I normally would have stayed away from it, but I did get the holiday edition last year of the Tarte, and I have used it a little bit, not much. I will say that the packaging is kind of bulky, but I do like the fact that there's all these eyeshadows to work with, plus you have the face products. I'm actually wearing the bronzer here, which is called Provocative. Today is my bronzer. And I am wearing Authentic, which is a highlighter, as my highlight today. I'm not wearing the blush or the other bronzer. I do not go for a shimmery bronzer as such, so that is why I chose the Provocative for the bronzer. It also had a little mascara and eyeliner and a lip gloss, which I haven't used either one of these because I don't use liquid eyeliners. But I have used mascara. It's an okay mascara. It is, in this one, it is just the Lash Paint. It's an okay mascara, but I do have a better one from them. Now, the next thing I had come into loving is their blushes. Their Amazonian clay blushes. These are, I have Dazzled, which is this one, and these retail for $35 Canadian. I should state that the Pro palette is like $69. The Bloom palette is $60. I believe the Tarte is also $60. And the Rainforest of the Sea palettes are $47. These are all Canadian prices. I have no idea what they are in American prices, but this is Dazzled, and this is the blush I am wearing today. What I love about these blushes is that they seem so subdued, but they can give you so much color at the same time. This one does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it doesn't seem to translate onto the skin. So any shine you're seeing is not this. It is the Authentic that was in it. I also have the birthday gift from Sephora, which is Party, and this made it into my favorites a few times. I love this blush. It's just like the most natural blush in the world. I love it. So I do like these. These last forever on your skin, so kudos to them. Where to next? I'm going to go with a skincare item that I have oily skin in the inverted T-zone. I don't have it on my forehead. It's in my nose area and my chin area. It's all hormonal, right? But I do have a lot of skin texture, and it is up here. Well, in a Nipsey bag, I got a little sample size of the Tarte Maracuja oil. I fell in love with it. I do not apply this to my skin, like just straight onto my skin. I mix it in with my more matte or thicker foundations and apply it onto my skin. So even one of theirs, which is the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation, I will mix a couple drops of this in with it. It thins it out so it's easier to work with. Plus, you get the added benefit of the skin benefits of it, and this seemed to clear up a lot of texture I had up here. After a couple of days, I was like, you know, I don't have any texture up here, and I used to have all these little bumps, and they're just like gone. So I can only say that it is this. This is expensive. It's $60 for this bottle, but I've had this for going on 2 months, and I have barely made a drop in it. Like, it's only a couple drops I use. So one of my holy grail skincare items that I actually mix with foundation. It works good with all of your thicker foundations, like my Kat Von D Locket, this one, my double wear I use it with. So if you don't know how to use an oil or you're afraid to use an oil, mix it in with your foundations. It'll make your foundation spreadable but does not take away the coverage. That being said, now that we have talked about one foundation, this is the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Foundation. This is a full cover foundation and it's quite thick. It's also an oil-free makeup. This is for your full coverage days. I am not wearing that one today. I am, however, wearing a foundation from there, and this has quickly become one of my favorite high-end foundations. This is the Tarte, of course it's Tarte, Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. This retails for $51, as does the Amazonian Clay. I have it in light medium beige. It's the perfect shade for me. I got this based on watching that Talia, because this was one of the ones that she reviewed, and I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and I want that. This is more of a medium to full coverage. You could build it up to full coverage, but I just did like a medium today, and I love it. This lasts all day. It's, like I said, quickly becoming one of my favorite holy grail high-end. I also like the packaging. I don't know that I like the dropper, but I do love the colorings on this. Is so pretty. And then holy grail, it seems, for everybody on YouTube. I think I've seen a few people don't like this. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. And I will tell you that when I watch people using this, I do love this. I really do. I'm using it today. This is $31, which seems like a lot for just a concealer, but I'm going to tell you something. When I see these beauty gurus where they do like a whole triangle with this, I'm like, what are you doing? The people that are complaining about it are doing that, and it's too much. I do like 3 little dots. That's it, under each eye. 3 little dots. This is going to last me forever, and I love it. I've got perfect coverage. It's not cakey under my eyes. I did find I don't have to set this one where I have to set quite a few of my other concealers. So this is worth the hype if you know how to use it. Don't do like this whole triangle thing. You don't need it. You don't. In fact, even when I do the middle of my forehead down my nose, it's whatever's left on my beauty blender from blending this in. Or your beauty sponge today is a real technique. So this is an awesome product. Well worth the hype. Would repurchase. As I've said, there are very few products I would not repurchase from this brand. Now on to lip products. And this was probably my first lip paint from them. This is FOMO. It was an exclusive to Sephora, I believe. Or it was exclusive to VIB Rouge members. Anyway, this is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I will say this isn't my favorite liquid lipstick formula, but it's not my least favorite. It does dry down, but it's not so dry that it feels like your lips are cracking. But it does wear kind of funny on the inside. So if that's an issue, you might not like this. It does have a moussey formula, which is another thing that a lot of people don't like. But I think that might be why you get, like, this is a dark color. So this is one swipe, not multiple swipes. It's one swipe. It was opaque. So I think because of the moussey consistency, it is a bit better. These, I do not have the price to write down of these, but these are, I believe, $24, which is in range with most liquid lipsticks in Sephora. So next, the lipsticks I really do like. These are the Color Splash lipsticks, and I had started with, look at this packaging, it's beautiful. I had started with Sun-Kissed. I've actually used half of this up already. This is just a beautiful peachy nude color. So there it is right there. It's pulling as if it's more pinky on there. It's not. It's more of a peachy nude. The other one I got after loving this one so much is 5 o'clock. And this one is more of a movie brownie color. But both of these are so nice. They do last a fair amount of time. They are a lipstick. They're not a liquid lipstick. They're not supposed to last forever. But they do last a fair amount of time. But they're not drying at all. So, love those. And I did not write down how much those cost either. Now, I don't have like a full-size setting powder from them. I don't know why, but I did find this little tiny travel size or deluxe size of it, and I did use it to set my face today. I don't know, maybe because it's difficult to get. There's only 2 holes in the top of the sifter that they've got in here. I don't know how I feel about this. So I don't know that I'd say, oh, I'm going to go out and get this, but it works pretty good. I don't know that it's worth all the hype. It is the Amazonian clay one. So next, on to mascara. This is my favorite. This is the Lights Camera Lashes. This is my go-to everyday mascara if you just want natural lashes. You don't want the Vavoom. This is the one I really like. It's $25. This is only a deluxe size. I have a full size and a deluxe size. I'm not going to open it because I'm working on a Lancome one right now, which is a deluxe size. I don't want to dry it out because I do really like this formula. I do like to use just 1 or 2 mascaras at a time, and this isn't in my rotation right now. But this is worth it. It's $25, which isn't that expensive when you consider my other favorite is Lancome, and that's way more than this one. And the last item, and this is the first time I'm using this today. I've had it for a while, but I've been working through other setting sprays. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. And it is a primer and setting spray. This smells delicious. Like, it smells awesome. I love the smell. I think this is my favorite setting spray for smell. It's like citrusy. It is so nice. And it has like a super fine mist. Like, super fine. So, I'm hoping I really like this and that it actually does the job. I have heard a few people say that it broke down their makeup, so we'll see. But just on the smell alone, this would be so worth it. And I do not have this wrote down either as to what the cost was. I actually almost forgot I had it. So those are my favorites, or my products that I really like from Tarte. Now on to a product I don't like from Tarte. So you've seen I have lip paint, I have lipsticks. I do not like their lip glosses. I don't. I had one. I bought one and I tried to like it. I really did. You could not wear it on its own. You had to wear it over a lipstick for it to even be usable. It was so sticky and goopy. I never had a lip gloss like that. I don't like lip glosses that are sticky and goopy, and those are their glossy paints. I don't like them. I'm just going to say that. But out of everything that I have tried, I have not found anything else that I don't like. I will say that I don't think that the Lash Paint is the best mascara. I think the Lace Camera Lashes is the better one. Now, onto stuff that I would love to try, and this is going to be odd because a lot of this is skincare from them. So, I would love to try the Friction Stick. 3 X's in that, just so you know. The 3-in-1 exfoliating cleanser. It's $29. It's a stick that you use to rub over your face to exfoliate your skin, and it looks so interesting, and I would really like to try that. And I don't think $29 is that much, but I don't know how fast you would go through the product. The other item I'd like to try is the Deep Dive Cleansing Gel, which is $30 for a bottle. But in this instance, I have had a sample size packet, and it had a couple of applications in it, and I really liked it, but I don't know if it would react because it'd be like an over time thing. Is this going to be a good thing over time, or is it just going to be like, it was great for those 2 times, but you know, it's $30, which isn't that bad. My normal cleanser is $45 for the bottle I get, so it's not that bad. The other 2 skincare items are kind of pricey. So the first one is the Maracuja C Brightener Eye Treatment. It's $48 for a little tiny tube, or tub. I would say it's probably just a little bit bigger than this. I know with eye creams though, you don't need a whole lot. An eye cream can last a long time, a long time. But I would really like to try it just because it's the Maracuja line and it's brightening, and you know. There is also the Maracuja neck treatment, and that is $55, and I'd like to try it, but one of those things that, do I really want something that's just going to be for my neck? Can I bring it up onto my face? I don't know, because $55 just for a neck treatment is a little steep. There are also some cosmetics. I mean, makeup's my life. The Tarte Clay Paint Liner. It's the one that's in a tube. You use a brush. It's like an angled brush. I would love to try that. I don't like liquid eyeliners, but I do like gel eyeliners. So if it's a brush tip or a felt tip, I don't like it, but I do like to use a brush and use a gel liner. Don't know why, but I've heard that this stuff is awesome, and I would really like to try it. It's $29, but it's a tube. Like, how fast are you going to go through that? How much mascara or eyeliner are you using that you're going to go through that entire thing? That's a lot of eyeliner. I also want the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3 because I have 1 and 2. They were both gifts to me and I love them. So yes, I would like the 3rd one. And another thing I wouldn't mind trying from the brand is some of the brushes. I don't know which ones I'd like to try yet, but some of their brushes do look interesting to me, and I think that they would be a great thing to try. maybe like one at Christmas or something I'll ask for. You know, nothing too severe. But so that's everything that I have for this first brand series. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really do think that Tarte is my #1 high-end brand. A lot of other brands I will be covering will not have as many products as this one, just based on the sheer amount of products that I do have from them. So I would ask you to leave in the comments below a brand that you would like to see me do a review on next. I'm wanting to do high-end and then drugstore. So comment below a drugstore brand you'd like me to do a review on next, and I will see who wins, and I will try and do a whole overview on it. I will also add, because I am Canadian, we do have the brand Quo, which is technically a drugstore brand. So that's everything. Much love, and I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful sunshiny day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.